Through thorough and extensive research, I have come to discover that NLP, neuro-linguistic programming, is being achieved through remote neural monitoring and what is known as the neural phone. Now, fellow American citizens, fellow San Diegoans, you can go to YouTube and you can type in electronic harassment. And by doing so, you're going to run across a video by the name of a guy named Tracy in Texas. Made a video. It was actually a pretty informative video. I don't know how he's doing nowadays, but it's an old video of his that he made. And the reason why I'm bringing him up, Tracy, is because he made a good video outside of our coffee shop. And he literally flat out says what's written in the remote neural monitoring file that you can find at Google by typing it in. It's a PDF link. In his electronic harassment YouTube video, he states about how, as a result of remote neural monitoring being used on a person, that they can see through your eyes and hear through your ears. And that's because they can access you neurally, your video cortex and your audio cortex. And as a result of your video and audio cortex being hijacked, they can literally use your eyes. Yeah, what's seen through your optical nerve and then transmitted back to your video cortex, they see. What is heard through your ears goes into your audio cortex, and they can hear. Now, if a person, like, say, is sitting way over there, way past those trees, right over by that building, and they're sitting there having a cigarette, what they'll do is see who a target is seeing as a result of these capabilities. And then what they'll do is get on their phone with the organized stalkers along this target's path and direct them where to be, so when they see a target, like, say, looking at that corner or that corner, they'll have, since they know the target's going over there, what they'll do is have people circling around the area where the target's sitting at over there. They'll have them come through here, they'll have them come through up through that way, while the target's over there where my hand's pointing at. And as a result of them seeing where the target's looking, then they will then communicate with the ones that will come by in the cars coming down the street here to the corner. And then when they make the right, they'll put their hands to their face. Then the one walking there will do the same thing when they're signaled to do so, based on when they see the targets looking in that direction, as a direct result of the capabilities that are described in the remote neural monitoring file. Now, we can see then how the synchronized crafted expedition is expedited, because if they are able to see what through remote neural monitoring, what a target's video cortex is seeing and what a target's audio cortex is hearing, they then at that time, because the computer that's running the remote neural monitoring runs on trillions of flops per second, which means it's running trillions of times faster than the brain is. So, and since these individuals are already placed there to be in the specific area that the target's at, well, they're just waiting for the target to turn their head, and then they're communicated with through earpieces, cell phones, and radios. In order to be able to then, once the target looks in a specific position, they then have that person who's deliberately stationed there and there and there, because the target can only look so many ways that it's in front of them. And when they do look, that's when the person who's monitoring the monitor will signal to the people that are in the area, purposely put in the area, in line of sight of the target, to engage in the physical gestures that the target is sensitized to. And that's done to undermine the target's ability to be able to negotiate through logic how this is being expedited, because they don't know about remote neural monitoring. The neural phone is also used as well, and that's done also with another capability that is described in the remote neural monitoring file, how they can literally transmit your own voice print into your head. So it's a program that they use, that they incorporate within the remote neural monitoring technology. It's a software program run by artificial intelligence. It's got the target's voice algorithm print in it, and therefore the computer can literally, or the individuals who's running the technology can literally pick any type of statements to transmit to the target's audio cortex in the target's own voice print. So the target just believes it's their own subvocal speech, their own internal dialogue, their own thoughts. Yes. And this is the capability of remote neural monitoring. And so what they do is they do nothing but work hand in hand with the remote neural monitoring and the organized physical people they put along a target's path to engage in specific gestures for a target to see as the target is seeing what's in their environment. And these individuals are deliberately and purposely crafted to be in specific lines of sight when a target is in a stationary position. So they see when they turn their head the crafted physical gestures that are delivered through the person who's monitoring the remote neural monitor is seeing what the target is looking at, the scope of vision the target. Like if I'm looking right here, okay, and I'm sitting here having a cigarette, what they'll do is have an individual walk on that corner right there, and when they see me turn my head to that corner, they'll communicate with the person that they put on that corner through an ear device in his ear. And then that person at that time will put his hands to his mouth. Because they sensitize you to physical gestures to make you feel stalked. And that's how they do it in a crafted, synchronized expedition. To make a target wonder, how is all this being done? Okay? Because most targets don't know about remote neural monitoring at all. Okay? Alright, I gotta go. This is a tidbit file to help you understand the crafted, synchronized expeditions of organized stalking and how it's used with remote neural monitoring.